Welcome back again, everybody. We're going to try this again. Hope it works this time. Had some internet issues before. See people log in. Hey, you're back. Okay. I'm really hopeful that it's going to work. I should have rebooted my computer too. I didn't think of that. But then I would have had to set everything, like put all the windows back up. You know. Yeah. Oh well. Why is all of this like 4 space tabs here? Is that on purpose? These are 2 space tabs. How did it turn into 4 space tabs? Trevor. Trevor? What happened here, Trevor? Yeah, that's not good. Okay, I'll have to fix this. But I think I can pull this into my branch here. Well, okay, first off, I'm going to actually check this one out and fix that. So, get PR, checkout, 1360. Seriously? Oh no, GHPR, checkout, 1361. Okay, what do I have? Just say work in progress, and I'll push it. Welcome back, people. I appreciate you joining. What was the new feature? Or is that a joke? Whoa. Okay. So this is all in menu.ts. So I'm gonna close a few of these things and jump in menu.ts. Yeah, why is this? This doesn't make sense. Okay. Why is that red? Why are these red? What? I really wish that these could just look like this. Like, wouldn't that be better? That'd be cleaner. Like so. But I don't think that... Oh, it will let me save. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing this. Nice. Okay. And then... if we're in development... No freezing? Good. Switching from using Kubernetes volume attached to the container for image upload storage by using DigitalOcean Spaces S3. Nothing complicated, just set it up env vars. And told production to use S3 disk over local. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Lint tabs sizes. That's a good question, Danny. What's up, Mark? How's it going, man? Just doing some late night streaming, coding on Reactotron. How you been? So actually, does this work? Yes. Okay, you see up here in this corner up here? I can't zoom in like with these menus. I try to zoom everything else in, but we actually have like zoom in and zoom out here. Plus I can do plus, command plus and command minus and command 0. So this is a new feature. Yeah, it breaks if you go too much. This is a new feature in Reactotron that we didn't have before. Like for like 5 years, we have not had this, and we just did a little hackathon at work. Going well. Just saw you streaming, and I thought I would come and see how this is going. Awesome. How's the quality there on Twitter? Because I've heard that it's not as good as like Twitch and YouTube. I'm co-streaming onto. I'm using Restream, so I'm streaming onto like Twitch and YouTube and whatnot. Okay, so if I refresh here, no, not record. Do that every time. Okay, we're getting responses. We're getting state. Looks like it's working. Awesome. So Reactotron is a debugging app mainly for React Native. You can use it on React as well, but we mostly use it for React Native. This doesn't matter. This is just like a debug app that I spun up using Ignite, and it's connecting via WebSockets over to Reactotron here, the debugger / inspector thing. I'm going to keep it off kind of like below the... Oh, that doesn't look good. I'll put it down here so that it's not in the way, but just rest assured all it's doing is kind of running and sending like events over the wire. Does Electron not give you zoom controls out of the box? It does, which is why we didn't really have an excuse not to ship this for years. I'm sorry, nobody even asked for it. Nobody. Did never once. Including my own developers. Like, that would have bugged me right away. I don't always have time to work on my React Native app, but when I do, Jamon goes live, and I watch instead. Good man. Seems like they're capping you at like 720p. If I full screen, it doesn't really look that great. But the energy is coming through, which is worth. I appreciate it. You can also go to youtube.infinite.red, and you'll see me there. And you can go to twitch.tv/JamonHolmgren, and you'll see me there as well. Both with higher quality. But if you want to stay on Twitter, X, whatever, all good. I'm paying for Premium Plus. They should be giving me good quality. Okay, so we got this, but remember the thing that I want. Oh, okay, this is all good. I'm just going to push this up. Click this little button. Oh, you can't see it. So you see this button right here? Okay, that's not very good. But it automatically generates, using AI, it generates a commit message. I guess all I did was just fix some white space. All right. I'm going to push that up. And then I'm going to bring all these commits into my branch. So pull that over again. I love that button. Use it all the time. Yeah, seriously, me too. What? If you keep clicking it, it changes it? Oh. Nice. I like it. Okay. Wait, what? Cannot update a component while rendering a different... I think that's just a cache issue. I think that's a cache issue. Okay. Let's check out and git merge the previous. Again, I need to move this up so you can see the commands I'm writing. Okay, and then I'm going to yarn startup again. Completely different experience on YouTube, Mark. Well, that's good. And it's not dropping, right? Because I had to reboot already. Well, not reboot. I had to reboot my router. Okay, we are back here. So, I need to do this like command, which is Control-Shift-S, which hides and shows the sidebar. I need to put that into the view. Wait, why are there two toggle full screens? What's function F? I don't even have a function key on this keyboard. I'm getting rid of that. Okay, this is Control Command F. Why does it show up twice? Command F. Why does that show up twice? I don't understand this. Oh, right here. I don't need that. Not freezing anywhere. Awesome, Danny. I appreciate that. Okay, it's gone. Good. No more toggle full. There's only one. And it works. Good. Happy about that. Okay, so we now need toggle sidebar. And that should be, toggle sidebar should be right after full screen, but before developer tools. Okay, and this one is Control Shift Control yeah, Shift Control S. Whoa. And I forgot to rename it. Sidebar. Okay, and then this needs to, and right now, so we're not in a place where we can directly connect. We're not in the renderer here. This is, so Electron Store. So we're not in the renderer here. Config store, open in editor. Oh, what's this? New store. Open in editor. Oh, I see. Yeah, this one. I think is settings here. Oh no, that's gonna open Xcode. It's gonna open Xcode. We fixed this on a different branch. I have a bunch of branches that came out of our hackathon. Okay, quit that. I don't need it blowing up all of my memory. Okay, so config store. So I don't need to worry about this stuff. And a lot of the stuff actually is going to get pulled in with the preferences stuff. So I don't want to mess with any of that. But I do want to go look at our PR. And did I fix this? Yeah. Yeah, okay, this all looks good. Much better. Okay, let's go look at, and actually I'm gonna approve this one. This one's good to go. Should be merged. Update. maybe? Okay. Todd and Derek. Good, good. And then I'm going to go back to the pull requests here. Not Xcode. Xcode is the default JSON editor. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Danny. It's not like I open JSON files just like from a Finder very often. Yes, I should fix that. Okay, so let's see here. By the way, why is this thing still? Oh, I bet it's the manual approval. Yeah, it's waiting on. Okay, yeah. Don't get distracted, Jamie. Okay, added comments to connections.js. No, that's an old thing. Let's see. Open documentation PRs and a new broken links. Zoom font. This one should be good to go. Update documentation by Felipe for the overlay plugin. App name more places. Oh yeah, and this one's good. I'm going to update it. There's a draft one from Julian. You could embed the Monaco editor directly into Reactotron just to open the JSON file into Reactotron. It'll still be less bloated than opening Xcode. Well, we actually have something better. We have a preferences screen. It is not yet ready to merge, but it has... Yeah, we don't actually have it. It's not ready to go yet. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that right now. Let's do the toggle. Okay, toggle sidebar. Now, there's a renderer. You can like send external. One of these, it might have been the last one that I was looking at. I think Josh has this. Okay, yeah. So knit renderer in the menu. Command comma. Does the preference screen also do what VS Code does, where you can toggle between the preference pane and JSON file? No, but that is pretty cool. Maybe we could just even have a button to just open it in Xcode in your default JSON editor. Web contents send. Okay, so this is the thing that I need to have available to me. Build file menu needs to take a window. But apparently we need to do this first. Okay, store. Okay. Gonna go with Electron store instead of store. Yes. Okay. And then we need to run Electron store init renderer, I guess. Right after is Darwin. Do I just bring... I see you pass in the window, but where's the create menu? Gets the window. Okay, good. So build view window menu. Maybe I don't. I probably do actually. Window. Yeah, we're getting the window already, so we can do window.webcontents.send. And instead of open preferences, it should be toggle sidebar. Okay. There isn't already such a thing, is there? There's not. Okay, good. Well, I don't know about good, but and then the open preferences thing, window.webcontents.send. Do we use that elsewhere? Device list. And then we can subscribe to using IPC main. This is Android. And you can emit allows the main renderer to communicate with the main process and get list of connected. So we get IPC main from Electron, and then we can do this on thing here. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is go to the... Is there anything from Electron here already? This is the app. Index.ts. It's pulling in. It's creating the main menu. Grabs the app in the browser window. I don't think I need that. I don't need to be here. It's the menu. It's going to send toggle sidebar, utils. Brings a bunch of stuff in. I wonder, where is this being referenced? On ready, set up Android device IPC commands. I guess this works. It's the main process, but what about the window? Where are we subscribing to device list anyway? Oh, right here. Okay. Android device help. Where are we doing that? Right here. So we could technically do this in probably the sidebar itself. Because we just have this like use effect and then IPC renderer right here. And the IPC renderer comes from Electron. And we just do this sort of a thing and remove the listeners when we're done. Okay. So use effect IPC renderer dot on toggle sidebar. And then this is where we're going to bring in. This is not where we're going to do that. I'm actually going to back up. I'm in the wrong spot. I'm going to do it here in the index. So here, yes, this is the place. Okay. Use effect. And here, IPC renderer dot on sidebar colon toggle. Is that better than toggle sidebar? I actually do like that better. I do like that better. Let's go back to the menu and change it. Send sidebar colon toggle. I like that better. Okay. So store toggle sidebar. Yeah. And then we return remove all listeners for that. But I'm missing something. Oh, parentheses. Okay. So that's the sidebar. Okay. Now if I go to view and toggle sidebar, look at that. It works. Not bad. Colons give a feel of namespaces. I agree. That's better. That's not bad though, hey? Toggle sidebar. And then also if I do Control Shift S. Oh, it's trying to do it twice. Because now that it's up there, we can just let it do its thing. We don't have to listen for it ourselves. So keybind, I think, is keybind handlers where we have toggle sidebar. We don't need this anymore. Yep. So it's still working and it's actually flashing up here. It's hard to see, but it's like, oh, I'm doing the menu, you know. Now I'm curious if this will work on Windows. That's the only question. So in the menu, toggle sidebar, it's still there. Control Shift S, sidebar. I do wish it was Command B, because that's what isn't it Command B for VS Code? Ship it, yeah. Most people didn't know about that command. Command Shift S, Command B. So like Command B toggles this sidebar. View. Primary sidebar is Command B. What if I change it to Command B to align with Electron? Or I mean VS Code. What's Command B here? I don't know. Anything else open that has a sidebar? Okay. It's Command Shift D for Slack. Command Shift D. I didn't even know that though. I think most people terminal. Okay. Well, I should probably leave it what it is. It's what it's been. I don't have a like compelling reason to change it right now. So Command Shift S. Most of the time you're going to want that open anyway. I'm kind of happy with that. That's cool. Okay. Got a feature. Sweet. So let's commit that. Again, try the sparkles. Update Electron Store, import and add toggle sidebar. I think it's just toggle sidebar functionality to menu. Actually, yeah, to menu. Yeah, okay. All right, there we go. Next. Again, continue to look for use reducer. Actually, in here we have a reducer. We have a use context actually. So server status. I want to pull server status from the root store. So let's go to the root store. Let's do server status, connected, disconnected, and there's a third potential. No, it's not connected, disconnected. It's stopped, started, and unavailable. Those are the three. So server status, stopped. And I do need an action. Set server status. Can I do type of just a string? Why would it just be string? Why is it just string? That's not good. That's very annoying. Well, we can add some, type, sidebar state, type, server status. Oh no, I don't want type. I want const sidebar states equals as const. Wait, will that work? Yeah, okay, I don't need this then. Just as const. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. So we're getting the server status, and then we're getting that new status. And then setting that. Okay. Are your hands gigantic, or is that coffee cup heckin' small because it looked very itsy? I'll leave it up to you. No, this is from React Advanced, London, last year. It is a fairly small cup. I actually have tea in it. This tea is, what is the name of it? My wife got me a bunch of, what is it called? This one's called 3-phenyl. Puka. Puka. Looks like Puka. P-U-K-K-A. Tea. She got me like a sampler. It's like an advent calendar. So this is I'm not even following the advent calendar. I'm just every time I do tea, I just grab a new one. Gigantic hands. I meant. I am 6'5". 6'4", 6'5", in that range. With shoes, definitely over 6'5". Okay, so let's see here. Sidebar open. Yeah, so server status. Okay, so now let's go back to, let's get rid of the key handler. Let's get rid of this. Don't need that. So the server status now, const server status equal, well, we can just do store.server status. So store.server status. Wait, why is this unavailable is not? Is open server, what? What? Server status is just stop. stopped. Oh, it's port unavailable. Okay, I can get on. Yeah, I don't mind that. That's fine. Port unavailable. Let's see if that fixes it. Yeah, it's no longer complaining. Okay, good. So we're getting rid of the standalone context. We don't need the context anymore. And we have the observer wrapped already, so we're good. And server status. Okay, now I need to figure out how am I going to adjust. Okay, so port unavailable. I need to verify. So like this is all good. No issues here. That's in the footer. Server status. Okay, yep. Sidebar. This is the actual sidebar. This is the... Okay. And this is where I need to import... So this provider... This is where... Okay, we're creating a server. We're dispatching. So this stuff does not need to be called anymore. Support unavailable. Instead, what I want to try is store, which I should actually import up here. Const store equals use store. Nope. Use store. I don't have access to the store. What context am I even in here? This is a... So... Provider... Create server. Where am I? I'm in the renderer. But we're creating a server. Okay, so let's try this. Import use store from models root store. Okay, maybe it's available. That would be nice. Const store equals use store. I get confused because it sometimes feels like I'm not in the right context here. There's different contexts with Electron. You have like the renderer and you have the main process, and sometimes you have other contexts. So store dot set server status port unavailable. So this is now using MobX state tree. Not everything is setting port unavailable that way, so I need to verify. Okay, or actually no, I need to search for server status. Like, where are we passing in server status? Okay, server status is right here. I don't want that anymore. I want to use store.serverStatus, and this will then be const store equals uStore, and I will import that from. It's grabbing it from the wrong spot. Because like this should be dot dot slash dot dot slash. Okay. And then server status, and then I need to wrap this in observer. Just so that it re-renders. Okay. Currently shows stopped. Yeah, it shows stopped. So, so I need to hook up a few more of these. So that is so connected. So start should be started. Okay. Now it shows port 9090 unavailable. And it's showing no activity. But if I save here, it should turn back to. Yeah, port 9090, because it doesn't clean up very well. If I click that, it goes back to running. Okay, good. Yeah, it says port 9090 unavailable down here. And, okay. There might be some other areas where it's supposed to. Yeah, see ya, Cuban Sandwich. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Switch into water instead of tea now. So I think that's pretty good. That's pretty solid. Added server status. Actually, let's see what. Refactor footer and sidebar update server status. I think it's just this. So commit this, push that up. It's all gonna get squished anyway, squashed. All right. I kind of want the ignite thing. Let's see here. Yeah, see ya, Mark. Really appreciate you stopping by. It was awesome that you did before your kid wakes up. Yeah, I hear you. All right, we'll see you later, man. Okay. So Ignite comes with this really cool thing in the models. It's a with set prop action. And it's mostly it's just a convenience thing. So I go in here and actually I'm going to create a new folder just called helpers. New file with set prop action.ts. Paste that in. And then I don't really need this actually. I can just do .actions with set prop action. And now instead of set server status, we can go set prop, whoops, server status, and start it. And if I put like the wrong thing in there, it will actually pick up on that. So it's like, so set prop, server status stopped, and then set prop, server status, port unavailable. Should still work. So if I click here, I come in here and I don't remember how I triggered this thing. What are you doing? Hammering the keyboard's not going to help, girls. Okay, so yeah, I like with set prop action. It's nice. Okay, well, I'll probably commit that. No. That's not what I want. What's up, new peeps? I'm working on Reactotron. And I'm adding MobX state tree to it. So that is that. Okay, what do we do next? Connection established. So this is where I need to start like managing connections. This is going to be a little bit harder, I think. There's going to be more to this. Because I have to replace this whole state right here. Can start with connections, I guess. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Ooh. Boy, that broke everything, didn't it? What am I missing? Port unavailable. Don't need that. Don't need that. That fixed some of them. Don't need that. Fixed a few more. Oh, okay. Filtered. So, change the server status to started if it wasn't already. Draft state. I don't think I needed that anyway. Don't need this. Don't need these. Server started or stopped. Nope, we're good. Don't need this, those, or that. Oops. My two girls are over there, and they're pounding the keyboard when things aren't working. Hey, what's going on, Siddharth? All right, so if I refresh this, see what happens. Seems like it's running. I can click around. If I come back here and reload, we have stuff happening. Okay, good. Now I need to set up all the connections. So that's the next part here. Oh, what's broken here? Oh yeah, we don't need this. Wait, what? Status, started, stopped, unavailable. Do not need to be there. Do not need to be there. Don't need to be there. And the standalone provider, why is that? No, I don't need the provider. So I don't need that. In this context, I don't need that. Okay. Don't need server status. A lot of stuff. I guess I should run like the linter and stuff. Because it's probably going to find some stuff that I forgot when I'm replacing all this stuff. But it feels good to be moving all this stuff, and like I deleted so much code. Just so much simpler. Okay, what's this? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, that's import type. Okay, we're good. And then snapshot in. Actually, these are both types, I guess, so I really don't need any. I can just say type. TS expect error instead of TS ignore. On line 27. Make me. TypeScript complains about this, but it still works fine. Expect error? Oh. Okay, so if that ever changes, then I guess we'll find out about it. Run the linter. Server status not found. Stateless footer. Don't need that. Okay, so server status. Okay, so yeah, that's a good question. Like, where does server status come from? I think it needs to come from the root store. So, export type server status equals root store to server status. And then I can just import this from, and it really shouldn't be from the, well, does that work? Okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, if it worked, that's probably like dot dot slash dot dot. Yeah, that works. Okay. That's a type. And then we have another one in the sidebar TSX. Don't want that. Instead, we want to pull it in from // root store, again, type. Okay. Use effect has a missing dependency store, and that is in standalone index. This is why I don't like index. I can't tell that that's what I wanted. It's ridiculous. Like, don't use index. I will fix this. I'm going to change this, but I'm not doing it yet. Not until we've merged some things. Don't like it. Move up to better places like core somewhere. Yeah, well, I'll move it into the root store is what I'm going to do. Okay. Use effect. So, right here needs the store as well. Okay. Okay, I can deal with that. Let's lint it. We'll commit it. Good. Import paths and types. Sure. Good enough. Vast majority of commit messages do not matter at all. It's just the way it is. May not like it. It is true. Code nuking is what you meant. I may have missed it's possible that Restream's missing some context, but I don't know what you mean by that. Code nuking. Okay, so when we get connection established, comes from use standalone. Connection established is this, and it's dispatching. So instead of connection established, we can actually move all of this stuff into let's just do connections, I guess. Into the root store. So connections. So we're going to grab connection model. And I need to verify. Okay, I'll come back to that. Not stateless, not state bar. So connections is the reducer state. Connections are a connection. Connections have commands and connected. Oh, but Reactotron connected. Connection. Okay. Which is all of this stuff. So we have an ID, we have a client ID, T-dot enumeration, be iOS, Android browser as const, T-dot string for name, and this is an optional or T-dot maybe, I guess. Platform version is going to be a T-dot maybe. T-dot string. OS release is going to be a T-dot maybe, T-dot string. wonder if it makes sense for stuff like this. Actually, I've never done this before. Const. Like maybe string just like this. Like, I actually don't know if that makes sense. User agent. Okay, so I'm gonna delete all this stuff. I don't need that. And then I think that oh, hold on. Save that, and then it also adds. So there's a Reactotron connection, and then there's also commands and connected. I'm not sure what's what. It doesn't look like this is actually going to be imported anywhere, so I don't know why we put these as separate things. Commands and connected. Well, I can solve that. So t.array, t.frozen. Basically, t.frozen is like an any, and then false start. It's a Boolean by default there. How's everybody's week kicking off here? And I don't know about the team. I don't know about this. Nullable? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know about this maybe string. Is there a better word for that? And maybe it's best to just go like so. Looks a little bit like Zod here. So a number, a string, enumeration, maybe, array. If OS release. So we could default these to just like we could just do this. Probably something like that. And then I need to do actions with set prop action so that we get set props for each of these. So we can set any of these properties. Week looks good. Easier to merge PRs when everybody's out of the office. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That is a very good point. So when you pass like a blank string to a connection or to a Mobix state tree model, it knows that it's an optional string that defaults to blank string. So that's why that works. Connection is the instance of the connection model. Okay. And then we have connections are on the connection model. We need the ability to add a connection. So add connection. And the connection itself will be connection from there, I guess. Type connection. So push the connection into the connection there. All right, add connection. And then we will need the ability to remove connections as well, but let's just kind of pull this, go through on this. Okay, don't need that. Let's say I got rid of when there is a connection established, I need to know what happens there. So when the connection is established, it dispatches add connection. And I need to find out what that looks like. So the it returns, it adds. So if there's an existing connection, the client ID, then we set the connection to true. Otherwise, we create a new connection. So I'm just kind of moved to MST. I'm just going to do this to do remove, I guess. Actually, I'm going to throw new error. This should be handled by MST now. Cool. Okay, so really everything needs to be happening in here. And instead of draft state, cannot rename this element. Okay, store.connections.find. And then what is this payload client ID? So no, this should be payload. Oh. Do I do this in here? This is some interesting like business logic. So normally actions don't have this much business logic in them. I mean, they can though. They can. They totally can. What is this payload anyway? What are we getting there? Action. And the payload for add connection is a Reactotron connection. Oh, okay. So that's where Reactotron connection is being used. It has everything except for commands and connected. But we're getting ID, client ID. We're getting all this stuff. So, okay, this makes sense. So that's the payload we're getting when that's triggered. So the payload is a connection. I mean, it doesn't have the commands or connected part of it. So it's like omit commands. Oh yeah. How did it know that? Nice job. Okay, so now the payload comes in without the commands or... What? I thought omit... Oh, can I... How do I do this? I don't care. Connection's fine. Okay, so payload will have a client ID. Existing connection commands. Do that? No, I can't. Okay. I don't really care. Undefined is not assignable to type. Oh. Huh. Why is that a problem? We have commands. And connected. Like if I just put something in there, does it? No, it doesn't. Oh, I see. Okay. So this is either a snapshot or it is a an actual object. And I think what I would need is connection model.create like so. Yes. And then that would like create a connection, add the commands, and push that in. That makes more sense. Okay. If orphaned commands, we don't have that. So if the connection ID lose any commands that were sent before we had a connection. Okay. What are the orphan commands? I don't understand the orphan commands thing. So, from what I understand here, we have in Reactotron the ability to... Let's do yarn start. We have the ability... Oh, this is going to break, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to break. Somehow it didn't break, but... Now it's broken. Okay. Yeah. This should be handled by MST now. Okay, so the problem with the orphaned commands, we need orphan commands because when a command comes in, when we're told, hey, here's a new command for Reactotron from a connection, how do we get the command before we had a connection? Yeah, I'm gonna actually just stop having this commit. Client only send once we have a client ID. So this is some sort of a hack. Selected client ID equals. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna delete those, and if I need those back, then I'll figure it out. So selected client ID is a thing that I need. So it's a string. Is this a string? Client ID. Yeah, it's a string. Okay. So selected client ID is that. And the filtered connections is any that are connected. Now I can actually do better here. I can create a view. So get active connections. Something like that. Yeah, that's right. So active connections is a getter. And so instead of doing filtered connections here, I can just say store dot active connections. And you might look at this and say, oh no, you're doing it twice. No, these are memoized. So it grabs the first one. If there is one, I could probably do something like const first active connections is something like that, and then say but isn't this only supposed to happen if don't really understand this one. You get a new connection and it changes to, I think only if there isn't a selected client ID. I may need to do something else here. Can I just do or equals? Maybe. Or equals is pretty cool. Okay, so don't know if I can do this. I need to do set prop here. I think that's what I need to do. So now, store.add connection, and actually I get a connection from that. So this can go away. Doesn't know what this is, does it? From use standalone. Don't think I want this. We're making progress. We have the connection right there. Boom. I don't know why this isn't working. But let's take a look at, well, what did I break? Connection. Okay, so state doesn't have connections anymore. We don't have orphan commands anymore. We don't have selected client ID anymore. We'll leave the command listeners for now. Remove connection. Okay, I need this. I need to grab this. Okay. Index connection. And what do you get? We are getting an action client. Yeah, it's a connection. So okay, so payload. And then instead of this, it will be store. Existing is the client ID equals the payload. There's no existing connection, we're done. But otherwise, we need to set prop. False. And then if the store's selected client ID is that, then we need to grab the first. So const first active connection. And then if we have one, actually we could just do store equals client ID or null. Okay. Okay, so currently first active client. Okay, so if we're removing the currently selected client, select the first active client. So remove connection should work now. So instead of connection disconnected, it should be no, store.remove connection, and then I don't just want the selected client ID. I guess I need the connection as well. Is that coming through? Probably. Connection. Okay. Whoops. What did I do? What? Connection established. disconnect. Yeah. Severing connection right there. Command event? I don't get that. This one seems to be fine. Connection established is fine. It's a test. Selected. Oh, I probably changed that a little too early. Yeah, okay. This is interesting. This is where it starts getting a little mind-breaking, mind-bending, but I don't understand the disconnect thing here. On disconnect. Emit, disconnect. We have the severing connection. Severing connection is a connection. It looks like it should work. Okay, so let me just do this. No, it... Okay. It wants to command event or WebSocket. I'm doing the same thing, am I not? What's the difference here? What is the difference? So... What? So there's like a connection established, disconnect. The two are the same. What's the difference here? Oh. TS expect error. They both need to expect the error. Okay. As long as it works, right? Okay, we don't need connections. Selected ID, selected connection. Send command. Connections and selected connection. All of this stuff could be done somewhere other than here. All of this. So send command, Reactotron server send. Okay, I'm going to grab all of this, and I'm going to... All of this needs to just be deleted. But not quite yet. I'm not there yet. I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, this is all going to get deleted. Where do I use it instead? Where is this being used? Okay, standalone provider here. Standalone provider. Being loaded in here. And here. And so the app container. Okay, that's just styling. Top section, probably don't need that. That's also styling. Main container is also styling. Routes. So router. So I guess it goes in the app. It kind of probably could be moved into a separate. So this is like spin up the server, subscribe to all this stuff, send commands, all of that. Send command can be sent anywhere. So yeah, okay, subscribe to all this. I can do this. Where are like basic hooks and stuff? This is contexts. What's utility? Okay. Connection helpers. Config.ts. It's not what I want. Global index Reactotron brain. I don't know what that is. It just has everything. Send command. Maybe it all goes in the Reactotron brain. Where's that being? Where's that being used? Okay, yeah. I don't need this. I don't need this. Add command, clear commands. Reactotron brain needs to not be relying on any of this stuff. Reactotron provider. I don't need a Reactotron provider. Okay. Okay, this will actually work. This will work. I like this. I feel like we're getting somewhere. Okay. So now we subscribe to all the stuff. good. All these things here, connections established. Again, this is probably another command received. Okay, so now we need another one that's like, I don't know what a command is. What is a command? Payload just as any, I guess? Yeah, type this better, right? Yeah, yeah. So now I need a better add command. Add command handler. So it's just command listeners push action.payload. There's a command received as well. Which one is it? Command received. Okay, so command received. What was this one? It was command received. Okay, so we need the command received here. Which was something along these lines. Okay. Add command. Okay, so payload. This is I think what I should do is just throw here. Okay. Command listeners. Now I need to add command listeners. Is that what that looked like? They're just command any void array. Okay. Let's take a look. Array frozen. Yeah, okay. So command listeners. Listens for a particular payload. Find that, and then now I need to go like add command like so. Okay. Whoops. So connection needs an add command. So we'll just push that in. Boom. Okay, add the command. Notify listeners. To the proper. Let's do something like, yeah, like so. That works. Okay. And I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to throw if there's no connection. Okay, yep. That's good. I'm making progress. This is good. I'm feeling good about this. So that's add command. All right. Commands. So Reactotron brain. Is this like standalone provider? Could just be the Reactotron brain instead, and I don't really need to do any of this stuff. So go back to the app.tsx. Instead of standalone provider, let's just bring in is that after router or before? Yeah, so we're just replacing with Reactotron brain. But it wants some stuff here, so let's go. Don't need any of this stuff because that'll all come in. What? Thought it was. Is it just props with children? Something like that. And then, okay, and then command received. We don't need that. Okay, so this really simplifies a lot. Send command will no longer, so it's going to be type, payload, and client ID, I guess. So send command will send like so. Let's actually move this in the server. Oh. Okay. So the Reactotron provider does need the send command. Just doesn't need the other stuff. Is that right? I need to actually, not the type. Core UI. So core UI provider. So that's not what it was. Reactotron provider. I guess it will work to have all this stuff, but I just need to send it as a... So I do need these things. I just need to do it as like store.commands. Wait, what? Not active connection, current. Okay. This is a tangled mess. What does this look like currently? Because standalone index. Where are we getting commands from? That's what I... Standalone commands is selected connection. Oh. It just grabs the selected connection. Okay, all I need is a root store. Views, get selected connection. Alright, selected connection is now a thing. Good. And then I go here. No. Brain. And I say Reactotron provider, which comes from Reactotron core UI. Maybe I could just have like store.commands or like current commands. I actually like that better. Yeah, let's do that. So current commands is a view. There we go. Okay, I need to move this to its own .views. So just create new blocks anytime that it can't find it because it's in the same area here. So current commands should work. Come back here, here, and I go current commands. Cool. Send command will be this here. So this will actually be a thing. And we will get type payload client ID. There's no current, no, otherwise we send it. This is reasonable. Clear commands. What was clear commands anyway? Clear selected connection commands. It's coming from use standalone. So it's dispatching clear connection commands. Which do not have a payload. And when we get that, we are grabbing the connection and just clearing the commands, I guess. Okay. So that's pretty straightforward. Um, I wonder if I need a use callback on this bad boy. Or can I just pass it directly? Let me try. Okay. Don't want to do this. I want current, no. Selected connection set prop. Or clear commands. Probably better. Does that work? Just clear? Okay, sure. Whoops, I don't want to close that. Okay, so clear commands will grab the selected connections and clear commands and call it, I guess. If it exists. All right, cool. So I can just pass that through. All right, then add command listener. So this should be command listeners. So add command listener should do the job. Okay, Reactotron provider. This file right here feels like it kinda might work. I don't know. But it does need to be an observer. There. Cool. So that's good. This is not going to work, but what am I missing here? So, change selected client ID. Okay, who's calling change selected client ID? What? This is not being called anywhere? Oh, select connection. That's what it is. Okay. Who's using select connection? On change connection. There we go. So select connection should be Connected footer. I think footer should be. I think the footer open should be in the root store. So let's do that. There's like set is open. Mini expanded. I think that's what I want. Mini and expanded. And then I'm not gonna do like, well, I can do a toggle. I can do a toggle. Toggle, whoops. Okay, toggle footer. What is set is open? It's true false. Store footer. Mini. Okay. All right. Yeah, that should do the job, I think. I don't need this anymore or this. And it's an observer. Good. Okay. Select. So this is a test. I don't need that. Select connection with the new client ID. So much better. So much better. What else is in here? We have the clear selected connection commands. That's already done. We have the select connection. That's done. Add command listener. That's done. Connection disconnected is done. Command received. Where's that being used? I feel like there's something missing here. Where was command received anyway? So listeners. Wait a minute here. This is an add command. It's just command received. So on command, command received. Okay. Not big on that wording, but I think that'll work. Okay, so we got command received. Changed. Add command handler. Port unavailable. So instead of this connection here, connection selector. Selected connection, connections, show name. What is on click? On change connection. Is just store.select connection. Why do I need to know about this? I don't need to know about that. Don't need about that, know about that. Yes, I do. Okay, because this is a stateless one. So connection needs to come out of root store. Nope, out of connection, clearly. So out of there. Okay. Okay, that looks fine. What's this one worried about? Oh yeah, same thing. Okay, type connection from connection. Good deal. That was a holy schmoly. I need to run. Okay, here we go. What are we missing? Oh yeah, we still have a standalone. Okay. So the connection shouldn't come from there. Root store, the connection comes from the connection. Oh, this should be like a snapshot, connection snapshot. So export snapshot in, maybe? Yeah, that seems to work. What's this complaining about? Test connections. Oh, I see. I think it should just actually be. like this, I guess. Okay, now that works. Which creates all that stuff. What else? Standalone, standalone, standalone. So we are at the home. I could just do use store here, I suppose. Everything should just work. I bet tests are totally broken here. Okay, still standalone. There's one more. I don't need the connection there. Okay. Oh. It's starting to get late. Okay, what are we breaking now? Root store. Oh yeah. So home. So VS Code and like TypeScript can deal with it there, but they can't. It can't be dealt with. It just doesn't work with. Dude, I can't even think right now. The build pipeline. Whoa, it built. All right, so let's try lint. See how much breakage there is here. Let's see how NX is cool because it does like do all this stuff. The caching and everything. Snapshot in is not found in MobX state tree. I do know how to fix that. So that one's good, but I need to. And then unreachable code in root store. That's on line 77. Oh, yeah, duh. All right, let's try that again. Yarn build. I already did yarn build. Yeah, whatever. Won't hurt to run it again. Okay, yarn start. I'm destroying my son at chess right now. Okay, so footer value undefined is not assignable to type mini or expanded. And that is when, oh, because when we're creating it, that's right. So, okay. And I think that should be good. Oh wait, function is not assignable type frozen. It's not serializable. Snapshot function. Okay, so this is in the add command listener. So I think the problem is mainly that it can't be frozen. How do I tell it it's not serializable? I think this needs to be like volatile state or something. And then this could just be, I don't know, something like that. Okay, seems to be doing something here. Interesting. All right, let's try loading. Okay, no subscriptions showed up. I did get that though. Oh, I can't seem to toggle the footer, so let's go to the footer. Oops. Set is open. What are we missing here? Command listeners? Oh, I don't need that then. Oh, I see. It's not reloading. So the timeline is not reloading. Okay. I think I just need to add some observers in various places. So like the connections. So this probably needs observer. Okay, so I don't remember. I don't understand. Okay, all right. Well, let's get the footer working first. The view could be get footer mini. No, it should be like expanded, footer expanded. So footer is expanded, I think. Yeah. So footer expanded. All right. And then this is already wrapped in an observer, so it should just work. So this does go. Good. What's going on with the connections here? I don't get the connections thing. Is it not? I thought it showed connections. Now I need Reactotron to work on Reactotron. Actually, could well, could I? That'd be kind of interesting. Key bind handler. Here we go. Let's do log mst name log out diagnostic info for mst store internal Reactotron mst store. Now that's the let's just say log diagnostic. Group is going to be under application, I guess. Sequences. Command Shift D. Let's try it. Log diagnostic, actually I could just do console.log. Well, you know what? I actually don't mind it being a store thing, so. Wait, do I already have use store somewhere? I do have store already. Good. Get snapshot store. Something like that. Wait, why is it the same as... Okay, I don't want to Command Shift D then. I, maybe? Log di... Good, it worked. Good, good, good. Okay, so root store, connections, footers mini. Okay, can I Okay. How do I just... const root. Okay, r equals temp1. Footer is mini. I come back here. It's still mini because it's not actually logging the object. Okay. Hey, what's up, Jesse? How's it going this evening? Okay, so but if I go, I can then see that it's expanded. Okay, good. All right. So no connections. Expand. So refresh, and we do have a connection now, and it does show up. Command Shift I. We do have a connection. I'm impressed with myself. I'm doing okay, yeah. Just been hacking on this. This is actually a pretty... it's a very tangled weave right now that I'm in the middle of. Like, there's a lot going on here. Making progress, though. I'm almost there. So commands have even been registered. Client intro, command registered. I always forget that commands are actually like timeline things. So I have like 8 right now. And if I dump one again, it should be like, I don't know, 15 or something like that. So connection 13. So commands are landing. It's just not updating the timeline. Okay, I can fix that. I know I can fix that. So let's go back to the timeline. So it's using Reactotron context here. But I think all of this stuff, let's open dispatch modal. Don't want this, don't want this, don't want this. Well, send commands I do want. I just don't want clear commands. So const store equals use store. Store dot select current commands, maybe. Search hidden commands. Okay, so hey, hey. It's not updating, but we're getting there. All right, now, if I make this an observer, does that fix it? It does. It totally does. That's awesome. Oh man, that's so nice to see. Okay. Okay, so that's good. What's broken? Clear commands. Oh, so store dot clear commands. Okay, so if I were to go up here and click that, it goes away. If I send some commands, they show up. Okay, now state. Let's look at state. Subscriptions. What are we getting? Use context. I don't want this. And I do want open subscription modal. And I don't want remove subscription. Oh, I do want that. Well, do I? Do I? I don't know about that. I think we need to replace state contacts next. Don't know if I feel like it tonight, though. Don't know if I feel like it tonight. So store dot const store equals use store. Current commands. Wait. Yeah, that is right. Okay, subscription values is get latest changes from current commands. This feels fixable pretty fast. Why does that sometimes work? Oh, I gotta refresh. Okay. It's not working. This won't fix it. Because it's not using that. Okay. This is only used in the app. All of these need to be moved over. Yeah, all of these need to be moved over. Because I don't really see them being used elsewhere. It's just all... Well. Custom command. options provider. Custom commands, send custom command. This stuff could all be done in MobX State Tree, all of it. Okay, well, it's broken right now, but it's not like horribly broken. Because there's an end in sight, certainly. Oh, I need to refresh. Wait, is that my problem? That is not my problem. Okay, we're getting there. Ported standalone to MST broken state currently. That can mean two things. Broken state. Okay, everybody. Thank you all for hanging out. Jesse, nice of you to drop by. And of course, we had a bunch of others earlier, which was fun. I'll probably hack on this again next week. Probably, I might actually, I might find time later, you know, like to hack on this. But I'm making a lot of progress and I'm learning a lot. And MobX State Tree is going to be way nicer for a lot of this stuff. Just bring it all into the app and use it there, and we'll go from there, I guess. But it feels like it's making progress and that things are working how they're supposed to. And I'm able to delete a lot of code, which is cool. So let's say that I were to, probably going to actually like create a PR here. So I'll create a PR. It's going to be a draft. Okay, I can do that. So draft, convert. Oh, you can't see what's going on. Convert app state to MobX State Tree. I'll just say work in progress. Currently in progress, moving Reactotron app to MST. And yes, it's me. And it's removing a lot of code, which is nice. A lot of this stuff is sort of like just necessary evil stuff, but yeah, it's making progress here. This is good. It does feel like I'm removing a lot of things, particularly just getting rid of like all of this context stuff. It's like 250, 300 lines of code. The models themselves are not that big of a deal. 30 lines of code, and this one is 130. So a lot of it's kind of similar, actually. So far. Yeah, I can get rid of some of these. Like all of this can be replaced and moved into the store as well. It's probably all broken right now. If I go to custom commands. Oh, it actually shows it all? All right. It even works. Okay, sure. Alright, sure. I guess that'll work. Yeah, okay. Making progress. The whole core UI, I'm really curious about. Like, does that make sense to even do? But I'll talk with some of my devs. All right, everybody. See you later.